Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Barely Necessities, that's laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the co-founder of laughingplace.com, and with me is our site manager, another Rebecca, this time
Yes,
Rebecca Burbank. How you doing, Becca?
I'm good. How are you?
Whew, I am. It was a pool day, so we're like near the
Oh,
end of summer. So it was a chance for Gideon and his friends to get together at an area pool. And so I am. You know how that sun just wipes you out. It's
yes.
100 and my temperature on my car 107.
Oh,
So appreciated being at a pool day, but woo, it can
for
take it out of
sure.
you.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow. No, we had a nice cool morning. It was like 60 degrees. We went to get Starbucks. So we're like, let's take advantage of this and just kind of mosey into the morning. So
I like that shirt, by the way.
thank you. Yes, this is a Roosevelt shirt. We'll be talking about Roosevelt. So this is one that was gifted to me for the purpose of a review and demonstration, like right now. But it's part of their second Disney 100 series, and they have
Oh,
three
cool.
out at this time.
I'm
So
looking forward to learning more about that later, but wow, it caught my eye. Let's see. It is August, which means, of course, it's time to start talking Halloween.
oh yes, yes
So
indeed.
we're kicking off with some BaubleBar Halloween earrings. These are adorable, not
They are.
terribly large. They're a lot of their smaller stud size.
Yeah, I really like this. And I think it's great because if you are a huge fan of Halloween and you just want to deck yourself out in all sorts of like fun costumey type things, you can do that with this. And this is also just perfect if you want just that little bit, like just a little pop of Halloween, right?
Yeah, they have some that are the larger dangles, like this one with the sparkles, or the one that was the full figure Mickey, but then they also have the studs. They have some pumpkins, some bats. So a nice little mix of styles from Bubble Bar. So be sure to check out our roundup of that. I am fond of Bubble Bar. I have previously purchased from them some larger Minnie Mouse earrings, and even though they were on the larger size, they're very lightweight. They do a nice job with what they comprise the earring elements of, so it doesn't, kind of, it isn't as hefty as you might think when you look at the visual.
Did you end up getting one of the princess ones as well?
No, I just
Okay,
I just have the
just the mini.
Minnie Mouse party. They're like
Okay.
confetti ears for like a
Oh, yes, that's what I want.
yeah.
Yes.
So that's the ones I picked up. But periodically I'll stop by because TJ Maxx will often have the Disney Bauble Bar earrings over there for the markdown that you would find at TJ Maxx. So I'll every once in a while stop by to see if they have any of the seasonal looks over there. I haven't checked to see if Halloween stuff has popped in there yet. But check out Donald. He's so cute with his little
I
devil
know.
horns.
I know. For a devil, right? You're like, "Aw, so
Oh
sweet."
man, and okay, so that Goofy, I could see wearing that on the cruise for Pirate Night.
Oh, for sure.
I hadn't
Or
noticed that
any
one before.
any of these for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween
Yeah,
party, or any type of, yeah, like any type of costume party.
but I'm really okay. The pirate Goofy for the cruise. Okay, now I got to think about that. Continuing with with Halloween merchandise. Mickey's Not So Scary Party event merchandise. We've got that available as well. What were some of the highlights to you, Becca?
Well, we've got spirit jerseys again, right? But I like that these are party specific. So you have to be in the parks in order to get them. But yeah, we've got the Villains Spectacular with Hocus Pocus there. Not particularly fond of this style of the sisters, but I like the back of the spirit jersey for sure. And yeah, the ears, actually the ears I believe you can get on Shop Disney. So that's one of the very, very few items that you don't have to be at the park to secure.
I like this eerie green castle. It
Yes.
it pops well with that purple and orange that we're more familiar with as far as like that Disney Halloween color scheme they tend to go with, right? They go a lot with the purple, a lot with the orange. I like this little pop of spooky green castle. You got some ghosts kind of floating around there.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey with the smile and the vampire teeth.
I know. I
It's
know.
Yeah.
Completely different look for him, but I like it.
And I appreciate it. More mugs, more turbis, because these are the types of things that we enjoy. Anything that takes up more cabinet space in the house, we appreciate Disney helping us with that. It gets to be a lot. I gotta admit, but I do like the turbis style. I don't know that this is specifically a turbis brand, but to me this is a turbis style mug there.
I would agree with that.
Okay, I really like that Skullified and Green Castle. I don't know. What do you guys like it? Those of you in the chat, what do you say? Is this? I feel like this is a better design on the Halloween party. I'm really fond of this. It's grabbing me much more than what ones I can think of in recent years. I mean, especially you've got this stylized Mickey. It's not quite the kind of that wonderful world of, super scrawny Mickey that, has been so popular with Railway and whatnot. It's a little bit different. But yet it's not the same as we usually see him. He's got a little bit of a different look to him. Kyle coming in saying, I love the mug. Yeah. Gray on the inside. So there you go. So if you're going to the Halloween party, you can grab some of that merchandise. Now we're going to look at some dress up items. World Princess Week is just around the corner.
Yes, it is. And Janie and Jack have released another Disney collection. This one is called Dress Up and Dream. And we've got 5 princesses featured here. These are so lovely. It makes me wish that I had a girl like old enough to wear this stuff right now.
Yeah.
I have a baby niece, but I would want to wait till she can actually like walk around in this stuff instead of just looking adorable in a in a car seat. But they do have these in sizes 0 to, I believe, 12 years. So there's a nice range here. You can get your babies in the princess dresses up to your children.
I love that it's not the usual like tulle and taffeta and all of those super fancy element. I mean, this feels much more truly wearable.
Yes.
And in its design, we've got Rapunzel, Tiana, Cinderella represented, and they even have little elements to add on, like tiaras or these adorable shoes.
Yeah.
With the rose from Beauty and the Beast there, a little element there. But these could go with any princess, right? Sparkle.
I would think
sparkle with a rose on it, So
I would think so. Yeah, I think they're specifically meant for Belle, but if you put them with anybody else, it would not matter.
I wasn't a dress up girl, but I would have liked these when I was little.
I would have liked these too.
Yeah, this would have been just enough fancy but not so fancy. My mom would have been able to get me in this, unlike many other things that she shares that she couldn't get me in when I was a little one. Let's see. And if planning for Halloween isn't enough for you, Costco and other wholesalers are already beginning to share with us the whimsy and beauty of Christmas time.
Yeah, there's 7 figurines, or actually up to a 5 foot tall figure, but there's like 7 figurines or sets that are available at Costco right now, and or at least online. And these are they all feature lights and music. They play 8 different classic holiday songs like Joy to the World, The First Noel, Deck the Halls, and many others. But yeah, you get a taste of what that is. So not only do you get this really beautiful figurine to look at, but there's of course the lighting element, and then you get the music.
And are these available through their online, or are these only at their warehouse?
I saw these. From what I could tell, they're only online, and you do need to have a Costco membership to be able to purchase them. But you can sign up right there online and get that all taken care of at one time.
The Mickey and the Minnie that I'm showcasing right now, these are quite tall, as I remember, Becca.
They said 5 feet.
Wow. And they play 8. I want to say 6 or 8 tunes depending.
8.
And 8. Oh man, these are very big.
But these are going to set you back. Mickey and Minnie will set you back almost $700.
Almost $700. I was shocked when I saw the sticker price on these, but they are very big. So that's a large part of it. And then this one has they call it a parade, so that it has that rotating. Those items around the base there will rotate as it plays these various holiday songs. So you can find those items in the article. We'll link below. Decorations coming to Costco. Oh, Jordan, we're just looking at a bunch of Disney merchandise today. Starting off with some Halloween stuff. Now we've been looking at some Christmas stuff, and we are getting ready to move into less holiday stuff and just plain old Disney fun with some Doorables.
Yes. So this is definitely Alex's area of expertise, but he put together a nice article for us. I have not purchased any of these Disney Doorables, but I know they've been a big hit. I think they debuted prior to Expo last year. I know they did have a big presence at Expo, but I believe they had arrived before that. And these are just these little like 1.5-inch figures. They're super easy to collect, right? They're super cute. You've got these big eyes and very large heads and faces that are expressive, which is so much fun. Yeah, 45 to collect. This series that we're looking at right now is part of their academy. So it's like back to school, and they're divided into groups like athletics. We've got clubs, faculty, pep rally, and student body. And some of the characters are Pete, Pocahontas. We've got Pascal, Rainbow Unicorn, and Ludwig von Drake, Kermit, Panda May from
Turning Red.
Turning Red, yes, thank you. The name just totally slipped my mind. And then also Partysaurus Rex, just to name some of the many characters there.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you, on that second row next to Goofy.
Okay.
Who is that? Do you
know?
The
little baby down there?
Yeah.
I could go look at the full article because Alex breaks it all down for us, but I'm thinking it looks almost like either Jack or Hercules, like maybe a little Hercules.
Okay, I could see it going either way, because that was like when I was looking through, I was like, man, I can't quite grab it. But you're right that Alex, in the article, you can find it right. Like I say, it'll be linked below, but it's Head Back to School with Disney Doorables. It'll be there. And so if you're as curious as I am, you will be able to go find the answer in Alex's article. I know I am going to do that as soon as we are wrapping up here. But these are sweet. And I love the idea that they're doing it with the various kind of thematics. You've got the back to school vibe. So we're going with, you got Kermit, Piggy, and Animal, clearly the school band. Pascal and Susie Mouse are, part of the kind of the after school club. Pascal with his paintbrush, Susie with her sewing needle. So just a clever way to kind of group together and represent our favorite Disney characters in a cute. I would have put these in my locker at school.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what the idea is. And they also have like a little locker series as well. So it seems like, yes, this is designed to take with you to school.
Did you have your locker set up that way? I had my locker set up. I had 2 shelves in the middle. So I could have books on the top and books on the bottom. And then in the middle, I could have a few little knickknacks on display. So.
Well, I was homeschooled, so I did not have a locker until I did a culinary course in high school at the Career Center. So I did have a locker there, but I did not take the time to
I forgot our
personalize it.
No, I homeschooled after I'd had a locker for a couple of years.
Okay.
And then I moved to homeschooling. I'd forgotten that was the dynamic for you. Okay, so these would have also been on my desk at college, by the way. Figment was on my desk when I went to college. I had Figment sitting there because end of my freshman year, we took our first trip. Well, my second trip to Walt Disney World. The first one I remember, and I came home with one of those Figment characters. They're like this tall, and he sat on my desk. So yeah, these are sweet. Next up, another sipper on the way. This is at the Disneyland Resort. It is Belle. You can find it at a variety of locations.
Yeah, it's available as of today. I believe it's still around. I haven't actually checked the socials to see if anybody said it's sold out, but it's at both Disneyland and California Adventure. So fun little design there. I like the yellow sometimes because we see Belle presented in yellow, and some yellows I just don't love. This one I kind of like that pearlescent look to it. It's very, I don't know, dreamy.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty.
I love this idea of the external straw as well.
Yes.
It's a neat and interesting design. So I'm going to see this in person. Oh, Kyle coming with the controversy. I described this as a Disney on Ice level item.
The things I learned about my husband while we're doing this show.
Okay. Geo says this one is kind of boring. Okay, look. So here's the deal. I didn't get this done. I got here like just before we went on air, so I didn't get to pull this up so I could show it to you guys. But hang on. Let me do it the old-fashioned way. I'm just gonna hold my screen up. But this is the second sipper that's recently arrived over on that coast.
Mm-hmm.
So see, because they have this one that's called the Princess Bubbles sipper, and it like has, you know, a tiara and all kinds of fun stuff. But I agree, this one even has what it says, dream big and something else. I'm going to be at Disneyland soon, so I'm looking forward to seeing these in person myself. But and it has some silhouettes. This one doesn't even have a strap on it, which is interesting. So this is truly just like a sipper.
Well, I feel like this is actually manageable, at least for me. This is something that I like compared to the one we just looked at.
Right.
I think I personally would have an easier time accumulating this versus the other one.
My favorite is still the incredibly gaudy and exceedingly delightful goblet that they first offered when the new Fantasyland came to Walt Disney World.
Okay.
It was so over the top. I will have to bring it next week to show everyone. So yeah, because I love that thing. It is exceedingly gaudy. In fact, Kyle, if you can find a picture of it on the site while we're still chatting, yeah, like I say, it's from the new Fantasyland. So I don't know if I shared a picture of it back in the day, but that thing is gaudy, and it is my favorite when I'm sitting in the hot tub. That's what I put my beverage in when I'm sitting in the backyard hot tub, because it just makes me feel like a princess. Yeah, there you go. Let's see, today only, Becca, there is a special over at Shop Disney.
Yeah, we have free shipping on any size order. So no matter how much you spend, if your cart's just $10, you can get that item shipped to you absolutely free. Normally it's $75 in order to get the free shipping, but not today. So we just highlighted some of the items that are available. I usually like to pick like 5 items in a couple different categories. So there's some new stuff that's flashing on your screen right there, as in it's been on the site for either brand new or just a week. We got some Halloween costumes or accessories for adults, for babies, for kids. So some fun styles there. Yeah, Darth Vader in the adaptable costumes this year.
And if there was something that maybe you didn't pick up on a recent trip to Disney parks, and now you're kind of wishing you had maybe just a simple pin or something of a smaller nature, free shipping today. You don't have to try and reach that, dollar amount that is more typically what triggers the free shipping. So, stop by, take a look at Shop Disney, and maybe you can bring it home without having to pay that additional shipping fee on it, or having to add a bunch of items to your cart to match to make up for the shipping.
Exactly.
So wanted to be sure that you were all aware of that. Avengers is celebrating an anniversary, and Citizen Watches continues to offer unique Disney-related items for your wrist.
Yes, this launched just today, so we heard about it earlier in the month, but it's available now. It's a limited edition timepiece and pin set, comes in that collector's box. It's going to set you back $450, but you will be the proud owner of one of 1,963 or 1963 to acknowledge the year that the Avengers debuted in the comics. So, yeah, got some cool artwork there by Adam Kubert, who's a Marvel comic artist. There's also a video on the Citizen website where they speak with him kind of just about being an artist and coming together to make this design. So some fun little tidbits there.
I like the colors on this. They're very
Me too.
They're very striking, very true to comic book elements that I'm fond. If I was an Avengers fan and a watch wearer, I
know,
like,
right?
I like the pin, I'll be honest.
Yes, I like both pins.
I am super fond of this pin design, the one below especially. I am thinking I would love to see that on a shirt as like a large logo on a shirt.
Yes.
So I'm curious. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out. I wonder if we could see it there, or maybe we have seen it there before. But yeah, I could see our Mac definitely sporting that look when he brings us the latest Marvel headlines, which he does here on this very YouTube channel. So if you are a fan of Marvel, be sure to hit like and subscribe, hit the subscribe button so you get notified when Mac is bringing you the latest Marvel information. So yeah, I appreciate him doing that, because Marvel is not my scene, but I know it is his. My fingers crossed, in a couple of weeks I'm going to be seeing Rogers the Musical. Yeah, I'm heading down to
everybody
SoCal
with the Burbanks.
Yeah, I'm heading down to SoCal to meet up with my friend Anita, with the primary goal of seeing Rogers the Musical. So hopefully, we will have success. It's always a bit scary with stuff like that, because you just don't know. But she hasn't seen Avengers Campus, so even if Rogers for whatever reason doesn't work out, we'll get a chance to do that and experience the all those various little shows and vignettes and whatnot that happen there. So I know, I'm sorry, Betty, I'm sorry, Burbanks. I wish that we could all be there together.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just have to do something some other time. Betty's in the Burbanks.
Let's see. Ooh, it's time for some Roosevelt's fun.
Yes, lots of Roosevelt's fun. We've got 2 articles to discuss today because there was a huge drop. We have 8 new items, but right now we're going to talk about the Ahsoka and Grand Admiral Thrawn styles. We put them together because we know Thrawn is going to make an appearance, his first live action appearance in Ahsoka, the new series. And while this isn't tied exactly to the new series, it's still celebrating the characters. So I really love this collection. That bomber jacket is just so good. It's blue on the one side to represent the Chiss skin tone, because that's what Grand Admiral Thrawn's species is. And then on the other side, it's white, like his Imperial uniform.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, very, very cool. I'm blown away by this jacket.
That is a clever design, really. Yeah, like you say, to captures the elements that are so familiar with Thrawn. But I am in love with this shirt.
Yes, that one. So that one, I saw most of the ladies' sizes had sold out within the first 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, I did not score one.
It's a really great design, and yeah, I love it. It's almost that floral look, and it's definitely exclusively and instantly recognizable as Ahsoka.
Yes. And I was envisioning it with my Ahsoka pendant, which is a blue saber, and I was just like, but very popular, and it is gone.
Mike from Roosevelt's, who kind of keeps us in the loop on everything that's going on, he said that this Summer Snips, that one is the button down, might be one of the top 10 best Roosevelt's shirts of all time. So he's a big fan of Ahsoka, but he really, really loves that design. I got to agree, it's awesome.
I am excited about these designs that we're seeing surrounding Ahsoka. I actually have changed our own color scheme in anticipation of the upcoming series. I don't think I have been this excited about a Star Wars series. I mean, I was not at all excited about Mandalorian. Nothing of going into it appealed to me because I'm not a Western person. I'm not a big Boba Fett fan, so the Mandalorian, I was like, okay, whatever. But totally fell in love with, you know, that first episode. I was all in. I was excited. Then Obi-Wan came around, and once again, the trailers for it, I was like, well, okay, I guess. I've never really cared to know more about Obi-Wan, and then they hit me with little Leia.
I know.
Pulled me in again. So yeah, and then Boba Fett, I actually enjoyed it more than I expected. They disappointed me because I wanted more of him in the desert with the Tusken Raiders. I wanted much more of that. So that was my disappointment there. But they got to know Ming-Na's character, Fennec Shand, more, and I had already had a fascination and a love of her from the animated series that her character had appeared in. So yeah, so now we've got Ahsoka, and yeah, I'm excited.
I have not kept up with any of the animated series, so I'm kind of coming into this blind. But I am familiar with Thrawn from the novels, from the
Heir to the Empire.
Yes, and one of the best, most interesting villains. I don't remember everything that happens, but obviously he's still around. But yeah, I think he's a great character, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with him in the live action series.
And I know Bo-Katan was also, she was magnificent in the animated series, and then they brought her to life in Boba Fett, right? It was Boba Fett that she, and then Mando, and then Mandalorian. So Katie Sackhoff, I'm a big fan, even though it was hard for me to swallow that they turned Starbuck into a girl. Katie, I loved Katie, so I got over it with a little bit of time. But Roosevelt is bringing us some more Star Wars. We've got some Bo-Katan designs and some other experimental elements as well.
Yeah, so this is one of their Roper styles, and I believe this is the first time they've offered the Roper style in a ladies cut. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we saw there it was Bo-Katan.
Oh, I'm looking for the front of it. Sorry.
You're good. Oh, you're good. Yeah, and I love the patches. I love the back. I love what I really like about the Roper style is it's very simplistic, but then you do get all of that action going on the shoulders and on the back. So, yeah, I really like the blue that they picked as well. Like it's very Bo-Katan.
And then we've got some that are is this like storyboard? Where's the inspiration for this one? Do you know?
I am not sure on that one. That one's called From a Certain Point of View, and from what I can tell, it's a comic style panels from A New Hope. It doesn't look, I went back and looked to see if it was part of the Visions series, but I didn't come across that.
Yeah. I agree. It feels like a manga take.
Yes.
On the original A New Hope. We've got panels featuring Luke, featuring Leia, featuring Darth Vader. So yeah, a little bit of even my favorite moment with Leia and R2 over here. Okay.
Yeah, there's a land speeder. You're inside the Millennium Falcon as well.
Yeah. Okay. It's funny that on here we have Zat, and then on the next, on this one we have Pew Pew.
Pew, yes. And that one is actually called Pew Pew. So these are little TIE fighters. They're zooming through space, shooting lasers. And we've got Pew Pew in red laser lettering too. So I like that this is just very understated. So if you're not quite sure you want to have a loud shirt, that's a great place to start.
Currently, Roosevelt is primarily an online brand. You can find them in places like Buc-ee's if you live in the kind of eastern seaboard. Buc-ee's, a few Hallmark stores, carry them here and there, but mostly it seems to be East Coast where I'm finding them in retailers. I haven't yet really found kind of a in-store here on the West Coast. I believe Stage 9 out in Sacramento, a popular Disney and kind of memorabilia store. I know that they have had a few on the racks there, but primarily Roosevelt's has been an online and convention brand. And at the conventions, you'll find unique designs. And I'll warn you, when you start to get into this brand, this is one of those where they have limited runs that are high demand. So resale market, really popular. Similarly, they have items that, like right now, something that people are really trying to track down is one that's based on the Disney Dancing Skeletons, the Skeleton Dance short. And that one is in stores only. And when people are finding them, they're sharing it amongst themselves on Facebook. The delight at locating these. So these are becoming they have a very passionate fan base, and they are growing kind of in that market where they do kind of a smaller release and generate a lot of excitement around it. And then at times they'll maybe bring out they'll do it again, or maybe in a different color, that kind of dynamic. So a bit, I don't know, a bit wardrobe, a bit social, it's like just an interesting marketing and brand to be involved in. I know a lot of our team here at Laughing Place have been gifted many shirts from the team at Roosevelt's. You'll find a lot of bloggers are wearing their designs as well. So Roosevelt's is just becoming more and more visible to everyone with their fan culture prints, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, Nickelodeon items, Jurassic Park, so all kinds of stuff. And yes, when they open that Buc-ee's, you will have a new side hustle opportunity. That is not untrue, based on what I see out there on Facebook and whatnot. So check into Roosevelt's. Oh, Becca, I didn't highlight this one yet.
That one's called The Twins, and this is actually part of Star Wars Visions. So this was one of the short films. We've got a review of that on our site as well. I think I linked to it in the article. But yeah, this is, I believe their names are Am and Kar, and they're I think opposing sides of the Force, and they end up fighting each other for a majority of the short. And you can see there this path of destruction with those rocks and the red lines there, but kind of a neat little showdown.
For sure. Let's see. Well, today has been a hectic one for me, so I do not have a sensational 7 for everyone today. So I guess that means, Becca, that we are simply on our way to the shopping list for this week.
Yes. Yeah, we're back to back. We had a show on Tuesday, so we didn't have as much stuff to cover today. But Pintastic Tuesday at Shop Disney today with a very small release, but there's some fun stuff there. Janie and Jack also has a separate princess collection that just focuses on Aurora. So there's some cute separates. So not just dresses, but some cute kids' clothes as well. Disney films are coming to Calm. So there'll be some new, it's not quite merchandise as we would think of it, but you can get a subscription to Calm and hear some bedtime stories and some stuff themed to your favorite Disney characters. Over at Shop Disney, Disney 100 Dooney and Burke. This is the second Disney 100 collection they have. And this one's also very character emphasized, but different from like the others were the classic Mickey and Friends. And this is kind of the entire character spectrum. There's also a Frightfully Fringe collection, which we talked about the skeleton dance just a few minutes ago. So that's returned to Shop Disney as well. Over at Hot Topic, you can find a whole bunch of Hocus Pocus items, as well as Aristocats items. So we're kind of breaking down some of the different things that you can find at Hot Topic, not necessarily in stores, but online. So there's some good stuff to check out there. Santa Jack Skellington New Emo has popped up at Shop Disney, and he's different from the Jack Skellington New Emos we've seen before. This is actually his his Sandy Claus outfit, and he's got his full beard. And yeah, that's available now. And then Ahsoka merchandise early access for Disney Plus subscribers coming to Shop Disney next week. We're still waiting to see what those items will be, but from the few like sneak peek things, I think there's lightsabers, and then there's going to be apparel as well. And finally, the Black Series Ahsoka figures that were revealed at SDCC or Comic-Con, those are now available for pre-order at mass retailers, including our friends at Entertainment Earth. So lots to check out.
So that's it for us here at Barely Necessities this week. We're here each Tuesday to talk about the latest Disney merchandise. And as always, Laughing Place is constantly updating with various new items, news, information, whatever's happening in that world of Disney. We cover it here at Laughing Place tonight. On this YouTube channel, we have Disney Trivia Live. It's a hosted live competition show. My husband and our son, they host it together. So a lot of father-son frivolity. Tonight, episode 273, we've got Screen to Park to Screen. So that's what's going on. Screen to Park to Screen, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. Geo tends to be the one to beat. He's one of our high-scoring trivia masters over there, but we hope you'll stop by and give it a chance and see how you measure up to the people participating. We thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you all next week. Bye for now.